What's going on, everybody? I am the Goods on YouTube, TGsoGood everywhere else. So you guys can follow me over on Twitter at Twitter handle TGsoGood, all one word. Let's get into today's video. All right, so now that we have a little more meat to dig into, when I say meat, I just mean we have more information to digest now that we're basically just a handful of days away from the current gen release of NBA 2K21. So I'm going to do a series of videos where I'm just talking about a few different things, and I'm looking forward to you guys' feedback down in the comments section. Would like to have a conversation with you guys. So let's jump into this. Now, let's see, where was I going to start? All right. So this right here, this article that I'm reading is from OperationSports. I'm not reading through the article, by the way, so don't have to click off the video. I'm not reading through the article. I'm just going to hit on some of the points of the article, especially those points that pertain to the modes that I play. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm not a My Team player at all. I started the mode in a past 2K, and I thought it was very fun to start off, but I realized there was really no point in me playing that mode because there were really no real cards per se. They were all like fictional people doing things they never did in real life. Stuff like that just kind of turned me off. And also, since I'm on PC, I could just basically go back and get a real retro roster and get a real authentic feel for players that I wanted to play with. So I just want to start that off by saying I'm not really a My Team player. I've enjoyed Park in the past. Let's see, I think 2K16 was the version of Park that I enjoyed the most. 2K17 was okay, but 2K16 was really fun. Other than that, I enjoy My League. All right. WNBA mode was a new mode last year, and that was really fun for me. I really liked that mode. Well, let me not say the mode. I liked the WNBA's gameplay. It seemed very smooth. Wasn't an issue with continuity. I like the fact that they have different female motion captures. They don't just act like men, stuff like that. All right, so let's look at, there was something. All right, I don't want to talk about my career in this video, but I do have some things that I want to say about my career, but since everybody's talking about my career, I'll leave that for the next video maybe. I want to talk about, there was something with My League, and then they have WNBA player stuff down there. All right, so anyway, I guess we'll jump to this question where they asked, can you give some details around creating female My players? Is that something happening this year? And basically, for current gen, the short answer is no. So we're not going to get into that, but that's a no for current gen. And hopefully we'll get to talk about that more for next gen. There was something about My League in here that I really wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh man, that sucks. I know it's up here somewhere. All right, so I'm just going to assume, where is it? My League. Hold on one second, guys. Let me do a quick search. Oh wow, it's right there. Okay. All right. So there was no question on this. Okay, that's why. Because there's no question that goes with it. So it said that My League slash My GM, and I don't really like when they lump these together. Yeah, they're both franchise modes, but they're very different. And I really like My League, and I don't really like My GM at all. But whatever. It says new additions based off community feedback. So here they're talking about My League Online has different levels of privileges, similar to admin privileges. That's a thumbs up. And then another improvement mentioned was the activity log where all the changes to the league could be seen. That is a thumbs up. But again, that's for My League Online. All right, so it says a new boom bust progression system was touted, which was mentioned as a complete rewrite of the My League progression system. Okay, so there's a completely different way of doing My League progression. Now, I do have something to say since we're on PC. I will say that I did notice there is actually in 2K20, there is a field for boom or bust for every player in 2K20, but that feature is actually hidden. And I'm not sure if it actually works, but I know that field is there for each player, but it is hidden. It is in 2K20, but here they're saying it's complete rewrite of the progression system. So the example that they used was Zion Williamson and how, you know, in one My League simulation where they were simulating through My League, Zion was becoming like the next Michael Jordan, or I guess you could say the next GOAT type player. And then in another My League, he ended up being a bust after getting injured and his career not panning out. But I thought that already happened. Like, I thought if a player gets multiple injuries, you know, their progression was already stunted. So I'm not sure how big of a difference this will be. And at least for current gen, I'm wondering, why would they completely rewrite the My League progression system for current gen? So I don't know how big of a change this will be. Maybe it's actually not even that big of a change. Again, I did notice this field was a factor in 2K20, but it's hidden. In fact, I'm not even sure you can access it through the game menus at all, but you can access it from outside the game through the game memory. So I'm very interested to see what that is. And it's with them saying it's a complete, I don't know if this is the author just speculating that it was, well, no, it says it was mentioned as a complete rewrite of the My League progression system. So that's coming from 2K. It's a complete rewrite. But I'm very interested in seeing that because if it's a complete rewrite, I just wonder why they didn't harp on it more, or at least, you know, give, I don't know. I guess they really couldn't find a way to turn that into a selling point. So they didn't release any blog information about that. That's unfortunate for me, a guy like me. I would like to dig in a lot deeper and know how it works. But I have a feeling this is where the pessimist in me comes out. And if you guys don't know what a pessimist is, just somebody who's always thinking like more on the negative side of things, glass half empty type of person. I have a feeling that maybe if this is a complete rewrite of the My League progression, that maybe they didn't work out all the kinks to it, and maybe they don't know all the effects it has on, you know, on the My League itself. It just doesn't boom or bust. I mean, I guess it's not boom or bust. It's more like a spectrum of levels, boom to bust, and not necessarily boom or bust. Well, but anyway, in another video, I might show you guys that that field where you can select boom or bust for each player. I might show you guys that since I'm speaking on it here in this video. Let's see. Any other things I want to talk about here, because I don't want to get into some of the stuff that everybody's doing videos on. I want to keep this video kind of different because you do have people who play the game for different things, and right now we have a lot of people making my career videos, part videos. So I want to keep this video just on some topics that maybe most people wouldn't talk about, just like that My League feature for progression. We already talked about the WNBA. And they talked about working with universities and colleges and stuff like that. And they say they want to get here. They said they really want to get everything right. When they're working with the colleges, capture the authenticity from the uniforms down to the floor, different stuff like that. And when I was reading it, it kind of felt like they were saying whenever they work with the universities, that's what they're trying to do. But before, when they had colleges, I remember some of the uniforms weren't the uniforms that they wore in real life. So I will have to go back to those files to look at them to tell you which ones specifically. But some of those uniforms were not the uniforms that they wore in real life for those colleges. So I wondered, it just made me wonder about that. But another thing, like if we look at this picture, I know they want to capture all the details and stuff like that. But like when I look at this picture, I'm like, okay, it's a Spartans jersey, so it's Michigan State, pretty basic stuff. But then like when I look at the ball, it's not really authentic because this is an NBA ball. And then on another level, Spalding is not going to be the ball that the NBA even uses this upcoming season. It's going to be Wilson, I believe. I believe Wilson is the, let me see, NCAA basketball. I don't know if it's the basketball sponsor. I don't know if it's, oops. I should have typed in official basketball. All right, so it's Wilson Sporting Goods who has the partnership with the NCAA, but Wilson also has a partnership with the NBA. So let me look that up. NBA Wilson basketball. Should be some news. Oh wait, I just saw it. Shoot. All right, okay, it says NBA switching official basketball maker to Wilson, from Spalding to Wilson. And so Wilson already does the NCAA, but they're also going to be doing the NBA. Let me make sure it's next season, because maybe it's 20, next season is what, 2021? Okay. So, okay, I see why it's still Spalding. Because they're not switching over until 2021-2022 season. Okay. So I thought they had the ball wrong. But they don't. So anyway, if you look at a picture like this, and I just downloaded these Utah jerseys. I'm going to upload them so that guys on console can use them later tonight. But I thought the ball was gonna look like this, where it says Wilson. Thought that was gonna be happening this season, this upcoming season, but I guess not. All right, so I'm wrong there. So I guess it is for now authentic. Well, I guess it's still not authentic because college does not play with Spalding. And they're using an NBA basketball in a college game here. So it's still not authentic, but okay, I guess it's understandable with the assets that they have. I wish they could have just used like a generic NBA2K ball, without it saying Spalding. Maybe just say college or something like that, but we get what we get. All right, so I talked about the boom bust system. They touched on Kobe. I don't think he's going to be really heavily integrated into the current gen as far as special modes or doing anything special for Kobe. Maybe, I mean, I know they have the Legend Cover Edition. Maybe they'll have a event or two held for him. They might have some special shoes and gear. But that type of thing only applies for what's that, park, maybe kind of sort of my career, because you could apply it and it show up in cutscenes. But just from, you know, when they were talking about Kobe, it doesn't really sound like they have much planned for Kobe as far as current gen. And right now we don't know anything about next gen other than he's supposed to really have a better cyber face or face scan, whatever you want to call it, in the next gen version. So oh, they also mentioned the bubble, and this was the last thing I wanted to talk about in this video. They said the bubble, they didn't do the bubble. You can read it here for yourself, but they were just saying they thought it would be a little weird or inauthentic. And they said they don't see the NBA going back to the bubble in Orlando for 7 months. And so they said they really wanted to be forward thinking and not looking backwards. But, you know, for me, you could have found a way to incorporate the bubble. The bubble could have been an alternative to blacktop. So when you go into blacktop, you could randomly get the regular blacktop or get it put inside the bubble. You could have incorporated the bubble as you could have did like a bubble theme Annie Up. Annie Up could have been bubble themed. Or you could have even did My Team Triple Threat, put that in a bubble. That would have been cool. But no, they're not going to do the bubble at all. That's not going to happen. So that's all I got for this video. You guys let me know your thoughts on these things. If you've seen this stuff in other videos, no worries. It's not new to you, but I do appreciate you guys sticking around the video, watching it, checking it out. But again, let's carry on this conversation. I really want to know your thoughts on this. Like, what do you guys think about the stuff that I covered in the video? All right, till next time.